Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Jake from TodaysiPhone.com, and here's the big news this week. So this week, instead of starting off with, the awesome new product that Apple's going to come out, let's talk about some of their not so awesome products of the past. Cam compiled a list of his top 5 Apple fails, and it includes the 3rd generation iPod Shuffle, which was just that weird aluminum rectangle thing, and then the original MacBook Air in 2008, Mobile Me, iPad, and the original Apple TV. All very valid Apple, not maybe fails, but not nearly lives up to, the other products of Apple. And of course, we've seen improvements. The new Apple TV is much, much better than the 1st generation. And of course, iCloud, which is the successor to Mobile Me, is also super popular. So Apple is learning from its mistakes. Now, one thing that I would like to add to this list is a new iPod Nano. Previous generation of the iPod Nano, they were the rectangular ones with the screen and then the click wheel below, and they were awesome. They were thin, they were small, and I thought they were, perfect. The new one is this tiny little square with a 1-inch touchscreen on it. I don't see a point to put a touchscreen on something this small. With these sorts of devices, the super portable ones, you just want to be able to change a song or click a button by feel without even looking down at it while you're running or something, and you can't do that with a touchscreen, especially a tiny one. So I'm not a fan of the new iPod Nano. Moral of the story, Apple does have some awesome, great, possibly unbeatable products out there, but no company's perfect. Okay, moving on really quick, let's talk about Apple's maybe potential future fails with the iPad mini. A new iPad mini render has come out by Cicerisi Design. I'm really sorry, I'm sure I said that wrong. And it's a mini iPad. It literally is a picture of the new iPad, just shrunken a little bit and placed next to a full-size picture of the new iPad. It looks as you'd expect it to. I mean, I don't see what's so special about this. I don't think Apple's gonna do it, but some people definitely do like this, so I just thought I'd show you guys, and I still don't think that we're gonna see an iPad mini, but I've been wrong quite a few times in the past, so you never know. Okay, moving on, you may or may not know that Matt of Jailbreak Tuesday has actually been doing some jailbreak basic videos on Thursdays, and I just thought I'd highlight this week's. It's really cool. Now this week's he highlighted a super simple method to change the carrier name on your phone. And what this is, of course, in the top left? On the top left of the screen, you can see it says AT&T right there, but you can make that say whatever you want. You can make it an emoticon, you can make it your name, you can delete it all together and just have the signal bars next to the Wi-Fi icon. So it's very cool. It's integrated into SB settings, and it's one of my favorite jailbreak tweaks. So if you're looking to get in the jailbreak game or you just want to refresh, definitely check that out. Link in the description down below. Alright, and next, I'm sure you probably know that new iPhone launch is synonymous with smartphone upgrade. Every time there's a new iPhone launch, people who have an upgrade for a new phone on their carrier, they do it. A lot of people do anyway, and then some people who don't have an upgrade even upgrade and pay the extra fee. But it looks like upgrading just got a little bit more annoying if you're on Verizon. Verizon announced that on April 22nd, they will start charging a $30 upgrade fee, which they have never done in the past. It is worth noting that both Sprint and AT&T charge a $36 upgrade fee, while T-Mobile charges an $18 one. So Verizon was the only major carrier not charging people to upgrade their device. But, I mean, that was cool, so now they've submitted to peer pressure, and you will have to pay $30 of additional charges on top of whatever you pay for the new device. So if you're planning on upgrading your Verizon smartphone and you don't want to wait for some new device coming out in a couple months, I'd upgrade sooner rather than later. And finally, I want to end with a really cool 4-inch iPhone mock-up. Now this comes from a 9to5 Mac reader called Spencer, and he basically upped the screen size of the iPhone to 4 inches, changed the home button to the elongated touch-sensitive button, but really kept the general recognizable look and feel of an iPhone. And I think it's a good mix of, the new upgrades that the iPhone needs while still keeping the quintessential Apple iPhone look. It's getting mixed reviews. I like it. Cam doesn't like it. A lot of people on Twitter don't like it, but a lot of people do too. So I just want to get your opinion on this. It took me a while to start to be like, okay, the new iPhone needs a bigger display, but I'm kind of getting there. We've seen with the new iPad that they can make a larger Retina display, and obviously the new iPad screen looks great, and I'd love to see something like that on a new iPhone. I'm not talking about anything ridiculous like the Note. I'm just talking about, a little upgrade just to stay competitive and to keep people excited. It's getting a little repetitive now. We've had the same screen size since 2007, while every other smartphone maker out there is bumping up their screen size, so I think it's time for a little bit of a change. Not too much, just a little bit. Okay, well that's all the big news for this week, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Before I go, I want to leave you with a question of the day, and that is, what do you think Apple's biggest fail in the last 5 years is? Do you agree with Cam's list? Do you agree with my opinion on the newest generation iPod Nano? Or do you have your own ideas about stuff that Apple really messed up on? Let me know in the comment section down below, and you can also let me know on Twitter at @PIP_Jake. I try to respond to everybody that tweets me, so if you have something to say, the best place to do it is there. And of course, the links to everything I talked about in this video are in the description down below, so definitely go check that out. And don't forget, for more news, views, and reviews, please check out TodaysiPhone.com.